Welcome to this week's Supply Chain Update, brought to you by Phoenix International. Hurricane Milton has severely impacted Florida's key ports, including Port Everglades and Port Tampa Bay. With vessel traffic halted and landside operations continuing cautiously, widespread flooding and damage will likely lead to shipping delays and disruptions in the coming weeks. Montreal dock workers have begun an overtime strike, adding to the ongoing contract dispute with the Maritime Employers Association. Meanwhile, a new port emissions fee will be introduced at Prince Rupert and Vancouver ports, aligning with British Columbia's decarbonization efforts, effective November 9, 2024. Following with rate information, steamship lines have announced a general rate increase for eastbound cargo from the Far East and Indian subcontinent to the USA and Canada, effective November 15, 2024. Current waiting times at major ports in both Asia and the United States are showing significant delays. Shippers should plan for extended transit times as congestion impacts the flow of goods through these key locations. Moving on to the news of this week. U.S. retailers expect a modest rise in imports this October as the 2024 peak shipping season wraps up. Most holiday merchandise has already arrived due to earlier shipments, with minimal disruptions expected from the recent ILA strike. Dock workers at the Port of Montreal will refuse overtime indefinitely, intensifying their contract negotiations with management. The action follows a partial strike last week that caused significant delays. The brief U.S. port strike averted major disruptions, but its ripple effects will be felt until mid-November. Another potential strike in January raises concerns about market resilience during the upcoming peak holiday season. The WTO predicts a 2.7% increase in global trade for 2024, with optimism rising for 2025. While Asia leads in export growth, geopolitical risks and policy uncertainties remain concerns for the global trade outlook. And that concludes our update on the global supply chain. Thank you for joining us. We will continue to monitor these developments and keep you informed. You can follow us on LinkedIn and YouTube for more supply chain related updates.